Hello everyone and welcome back to Party Wipe Gaming. I am Rindus and today I have Resari with me again.
Hello Internet!
Alright, so this is our third attempt at recording Doki Doki Literature Club. The game apparently is cursed as well as weird and spoopy. Our last two attempts at playing the game ended in disastrous results.
But only until after we had completely finished the recording sessions, and then only when we looked back at the recording did we realize that it didn't go well. So we had two completed recordings of this game.
Yep. My computer decided to implode, and then it just decided to stop recording footage. So, we're starting over, and here we go. Hey! Listen!
Just before people ask, Rin is voicing all of the girls. I'm voicing the narration and the main character, who was named after me.
Also, full disclosure, if you are easily disturbed by disturbing images or things of a spoopy nature, please leave now. Also, if you're under the age of 13, I think it said, you probably shouldn't be watching this. Go away. Go watch one of our
Indeed.
other videos that is age appropriate. This one is
I
not.
recommend Gunstar Heroes, which is a completed playthrough.
Or Cuphead,
Cough, cough.
which is basically Gunstar Heroes, but with Dark Souls.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she just don't care. Like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw at her. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase me like this, I almost feel better off running away. And I ran. I ran so far away.
Couldn't get away.
However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up.
I overslept again. But I caught you this time.
Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you.
Yeah, you say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Resari.
Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something.
Yeah,
That would just be terrible.
Why would anyone want to be with a girl like her? Ooh, look at that face.
By the way, she's one of the dating paths.
Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to.
She gets cut off because I actually take her and throw her into incoming traffic. Whatever you say, Sayori.
Yeah.
We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students who are also anime protagonists who also have their childhood friends also wanting to jump their bones. I mean, also making their daily commute.
By the way, Resari, have you decided on a club to join yet?
No. A club?
To beat people with.
Like you, Sayori! I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any club. That's just...
Weird.
That's stupid. I haven't been looking either. Just don't even get started on me.
Yeah, that's not true. You told me you would join a club this year.
I decidedly don't recall that. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever is going on about. Sayori likes to worry too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime.
Too real to life.
A little too close to home.
Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college.
It's like this game is reading me.
Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. That's the wrong button. Fuck the real world. Take the red pill.
Screw it.
You trust me, right?
I don't know.
Don't make me keep worrying about you.
All right. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though.
Will you at least promise me you'll try a little?
What did I just say? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that.
Yay!
Whatever.
Yay, 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 yay.
Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her.
How could you not relent to her?
The adorableness will get you. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Club. Hearts. Diamonds.
Spades.
Spide. Sayori wants me to check out some club. But I don't want to check out some club. Thus my pickle.
Pickle Rick.
I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
No choice. That's the
No
worst.
choice.
That's the bottom of the barrel. You know, if you have to. Ugh. So
God.
awful.
Nobody wants to join an anime club.
Hello.
Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the class. Teachers, they don't.
They don't.
They're out.
I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out. So I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed.
Take that back! You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late for your own club.
Well, I thought you might need some encouragement. So I thought,
Know what?
well, that you could come to my club.
The crashing sound was heard as I hurled myself out of the window as top speed. Sayori,
Yeah?
there is no way I'm going to your club.
Nini?
Sayori is the vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I am 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President of Words and Stuff. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Who wants to read things? God, that's just stupid.
People don't read nowadays. Bruh, bruh, bruh.
Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Peace!
Come on, please.
Nope, I already said peace. Why do you care so much anyway?
Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything.
Let's roll.
Yeah.
Don't make promises you can't keep, Sunglass.
But I will do it for the cupcakes.
But I'll do it for cupcakes. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. One of those is true. Audience, I'll let you decide.
You decide.
I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cup.
Yes, let's go.
And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. If I had a nickel every time that happened, be up to at least $2 by now.
$3.50 at least.
$3.50?
$3.50.
I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Everyone, the new member is here.
Quick! Get the chains! I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room.
Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy?
Yeah!
Way to kill the atmosphere. Ugh. Ah, Resari. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. ... All words escape me in this situation. Cute girls.
This club is a stereotypical anime club.
Harem, harem, harem time.
Is full of incredibly cute girls.
Ugh, what are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it.
I can already tell you're going to be insufferable.
No, I'm adorable.
Sorry.
Natsuki. Humph. Not like I care about him staring or anything. Ugh.
Yeah. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year.
But she's the oldest one here.
Yeah, anime conventions dictate that she's probably a teacher. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
So we're never gonna pay any attention to Natsuki then.
Never.
Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girl.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that.
I'm incredibly stupid. Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you.
And it sounds like you already know Monika. Is that right? That's right.
I've never seen her before in my life.
It's great to see you again, Resari.
Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league.
But also
and remember,
LTF.
remember, if you have interest in someone and you just assume you have no shot, ignore it. Go for that. Make the effort. Who knows? So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little...
Good.
disturbing. You too, Monika.
Come sit down, Resari. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monika.
Oh god, choices.
The illusion of choice. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well?
Girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Yuri in the closet! Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori, thus destroying any illusion of choice that I may have had. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa.
Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn in icing and little pieces of chocolate used to make ears.
So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one.
Don't let the poison settle! I mean...
Don't let the poison
Never...
settle.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Sayori grabs one first, then Monika, I follow. Sayori talks with a mouthful and has already managed to get icing all over her face.
That's not icing.
I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking at it for the best angle to take a bite. You just bite into it, you schmuck.
Just right into the face of a cat.
Just go right in. Just rob. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down on Natsuki's face. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Don't be mean in return.
Why are you thanking me? It's not like I...
Oh, God. Haven't I heard this somewhere before in a million anime?
Not like I made them for you or anything, baka. Ugh, boys. Ugh.
Eh? I thought you technically did, Sayori said.
Well, maybe, but not the you that is, but not, baka. Ugh.
Alright. Calm your tits.
What little tits she has?
Yeah, what you got? Calm them. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. Keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Whole tea sets are, impossible to store anywhere!
Especially Japan.
Especially Japan!
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
That's absolutely true. I guess, but how do you store it in here? That closet must be huge!
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not...
Insulted, Yuri looks...
Why would she be insulted by the idea of impressing someone?
And then immediately whips the tea tray up in Monika's face.
I meant that,
I believe you. Because I believe in things.
I believe in the you that believes in me.
Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief.
I'm glad that you fulfill the Japanese stereotype of at least enjoying tea. Even if you're a baka who lives in your room.
We were going to have to exile you otherwise. Monika raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me.
So, what made you consider the literature club?
I was afraid of this question. Questions scare me. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so...
That's okay. Don't be embarrassed.
I'm not embarrassed, I'm an anime.
We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monika, I'm surprised.
You are? I could hear it in your voice.
How come you decided to start your own club? I am protagonist bot 2.5. You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year?
Well, you know. After murdering all of them, I had to move on.
We're actually in Danganronpa, didn't you know that?
To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. That's why I killed them. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and who has to hide the body.
It was me, just in case you were curious.
I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. Like taxidermy. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream.
Nobody ever suspects the literature major.
Monika really is a great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Ooh! It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way.
See that list on the wall? That's a list of everybody I'm gonna kill.
Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like festivals that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it.
Everyone enthusiastically agreed. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal.
Dating me.
Monika must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Yes, all three of them. Definitely excited. Not a single one unhappy.
Look at those unmoving smiles and blushes. They blush a lot.
Yeah. Though I still don't know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. I don't have to, because this is a dating.
So, Resari, what kind of things do you like to read?
Hardcore hentai dojin.
Hentai is awesome.
Well, nothing. Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. You don't know. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in a world of books, not people.
But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop?
Okay, Doki Doki Literature Club, stop patting yourself on the back.
Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
I read a horror book once. I'm so stupid. I desperately grasp at something I can relate to at the minimal level.
Because that's all that matters, the minimum effort.
Minimum effort. Good job, Doki Doki Literature Club. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with Brock. Considering my personality, she might actually be doing that.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you to be a complete psychopath? I guess you could say that.
Wait, I didn't say anything about being a psychopath. Just let me talk over that part.
But if a story makes me think, or it takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down.
The knife, I mean. I can't put the knife down.
Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me a split second.
Never mind. The boy is here. I'm not going to talk about my feelings. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Cute Boys, Cute Penguins, Doki Doki Doki. Don't say it out loud! And give that back. Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are.
Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her and then wraps her arms around her neck. With a quick jerking motion, a loud snap was heard as Natsuki lifelessly falls to the ground and Sayori continues to smile at the rest of us, all of three of us horrified expressions plastered on our face.
I'm not cute.
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive, the way you're still talking after Sayori killed you just now.
We used to Phoenix Down.
Oh, I gotcha. Why don't you share them sometime? The Phoenix Downs, I mean.
No, they're mine.
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them. It's mostly about my Sonic OC. Just don't ask. Don't question it. Have you played Undertale?
Not a very confident writer yet. Huh? You're not confident? You loser?
I I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. And besides, Cuphead is the best OCs. My Cupsona is a mug, but it's filled with hot chocolate.
My God.
The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. Yeah, fun fact, Cupsonas are a thing now.
Oh my God.
People make Cuphead OCs, and it's...
Hey, the fans are allowed to do whatever they want, but maybe we should take a step back and realize that drawing oneself as a cup might be a little weird.
It's no weirder than insert other fandom that will be offended by my comment here.
Undertale? Let's do Undertale.
No, let's not do Undertale. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your nether hearts? Hearts, yes, not vaginas. Okay.
What are we talking about? I've completely lost track of what age bracket this game is.
Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. ...
I guess it's the same for Yuri.
As it is for Yaoi.
Really, only the genders are the different.
Aww, I wanted to read everyone's /fictions.
We all sit in silence for the moment, realizing what Sayori just said.
Okay.
/fictions at noon, everybody.
I have an idea, everyone. Write your best Steven Universe X Undertale fanfic with your own OC inserted.
Natsuki and Yuri both look quizzically at Monika. Natsuki looks at me and mouths the word, What's Undertale?
What is shipping? Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. ... Yeah! Let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Resari?
Monika smiles warmly at me once again.
She smiles at you a lot.
Yeah, I know. They all do. Hold on. There's still one problem.
I've asked you all out on dates and prom is tomorrow.
Whoa!
Eh? What's that?
This is when the Phoenix Wright music starts just blaring in. Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what has been on my mind the entire time. Hold it! I never said I would join this club!
Critical.
Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I was here for the cupcakes and the view. I still have other clubs to look at, and I'm running out of steam, actually.
They probably have cupcakes too, maybe.
Yeah. You know what? Screw. Game's called Doki Doki Literature Club. I may as well just stay here. I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
Dejection.
Yeah, all of them. Wait, Yuri doesn't look any different than her normal stance, actually.
She just made tiny mouth at you.
Tiny mouth.
But... I'm sorry. I thought... Humph. We're sorry.
You all... I'm defenseless against these girls.
These beautiful girls.
How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this?
All four of them interested in me?
That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls.
These beautiful girls.
Right. Okay, I've decided then.
Show me your
Window
movies,
smash.
and I will stay.
Window smash. Jumps out. I'll join the literature club.
One by one,
One by-
girls' eyes. Oh, sorry, that's you.
Are you stepping on my narration?
I am.
Oh,
Wow.
about to have a narration throwdown.
I know.
One by one, the girl's eyes light up.
Yes, I'm so happy.
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. It's extremely awkward for every. Hey!
Not everyone. Yuri's totally into it.
Yuri's like, wow.
You really did scare me for a moment. I'll have to kill you for that. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would have been super pissed.
I mean, I would have been super pissed anyway. Monica's hair's in my face.
Then that makes it official. Yuri's hair smells great.
Oh, I can't breathe.
Welcome to the Literature Club.
Running out of air. Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monika looks over at me once.
Resari, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. I can do it. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills?
Maybe.
Will Natsuki end up killing me tomorrow because I totally just showed up because of the cupcake? Will Sayori wake up late again? Will Yuri do things?
Whatever it is Yuri's gonna do.
I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey, Resari, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Childhood friend. Annoying.
Petite yandere.
Yuri, who might be into Yuri?
Busty into Yuri. Yuri into Yuri. Oh, that would be a good
Chesty. Yuri into Yuri. And of course, club president. Monika. Club. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? I mean, I've already kind of committed to it, so wondering about that now is a little moot. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Or all four of them if there's a harem route. Ooh.
I wonder if there is a harem route.
I don't know. Probably not.
I mean,
Alright.
it is a Doki Doki game.
Doki Doki. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight.
Oh man, such dedication.
It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. So this, effectively, is how you pick which girl you're going to pursue. Monika is not an option, for whatever reason.
Alright, so are we still going with Sayori, or did you want to try someone new?
Let's stick with Sayori.
Alright.
So Sayori is so you get to pick words. You have to pick 20 of them, and each word basically associates with one of the girls they like. For instance, romance. Probably would. Yeah, we'll probably go with Sayori.
There it is.
Yep. So, Natsuki likes cutesy stuff, so lollipop would probably be with her.
She likes cutesy and I think like tomboyish stuff. So because we ran into that last time,
that's
it was like, oh, playground. What? That's not Sayori.
And Yuri likes spooky stuff.
She likes dark. She likes dark themes and big words. I think family.
I agree.
All right. Also, cooking, I think, is Natsuki.
Yep. Oh.
Bed.
Because she likes to sleep.
She oversleep. I think. Well, we got Sombra in the game.
Boop. I mean, we gotta have to.
I think that's the only one that fits her.
Yeah.
Ah, shit. Really?
It's what determines it is whoever you get the most at the end. So we already have 4, or we got 3 on Sayori, so we're fine.
These suck.
Yeah, these aren't great.
Memories.
Yeah, there we go. Desire.
Oh, okay, well.
It's fine if we get one of hers, just so that we balance it out. So
she won't hate us.
Yeah. Childhood.
Yeah, it was childhood. Because they're childhood friends.
Loud is probably her.
No, that'd be Natsuki. She's the loud one, remember? I think happiness.
Okay.
Boom!
Kawaii is probably definitely
Natsuki,
because she likes.
I think last time Heart worked.
Yeah, let's.
Because I think we had fallen for Kawaii on a different page, thinking it would have been Silly.
Silly's probably. Okay, fine.
Papa?
Yeah, maybe.
She wants you to call her daddy. Or wait, strike that, reverse it. Oh, nope, she has daddy issues apparently.
Summer?
It's probably gonna be Natsuki, yeah.
Dang it!
Skipping Embrace.
I think Embrace was...
Yeah.
her, yeah.
Because she's DTF.
Yep.
Heartbeat.
Of the 3.
I think Heartbeat was one we got last time.
Yep.
No! What? Really?
Huh.
Love, because she's in love with you.
Probably.
Yep.
Friends, probably.
Friends.
There we go. At this point, we probably have enough that we're better.
I'm curious to see who gets Climax. It's probably.
I think we got it last time.
I think it's Yuri. Oh well, these all suck. Yep, there it is. She's into climaxes. Sunset flower, buoyancy, calm, sensation, variance. Variance?
That's probably Yuri.
Probably, yeah, it's a Yuri big word, huh?
Calm.
Oh, okay. Calm.
Sure, we'll go with that. Not really a word that I would associate with Yuri, but whatever.
Imagination, depression, clouds, hopeless.
Shopping, I bet. Whoa. Doki Doki, I believe, was Natsuki.
Yeah, I think we fell for that one. That was the one, not the... What was the other one? Kawaii. We didn't fall for Kawaii, we fell for Doki Doki. Marriage. Because she wants to marry him. She wants to marry you. Hi again, Resari.
Hi again, Monika.
Glad to see you didn't run away from us. Ha, ha, ha.
Nah, don't worry.
The temptation of staying was too great. Look at those legs.
Look at those legs and that impractical way that the skirt f***s up when she leans.
Also, terrible posture, or maybe great posture. She stays like that a lot.
Definitely one of the two. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. And in the end, isn't that what matters?
No.
Oh. Well, shit. Well, I'm back at the literature club.
Also, recording looks like it's holding up, but we're getting to that point where it had that hiccup, so I'm just going to keep an eye on it.
Okay. Let's figure out which girl we impressed, and then I'd say.
Thanks for keeping your promise. Oh, you stepping on my lines?
Yeah, maybe.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Resari. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, giving yourself over to 4 women.
Nope, surprisingly easy choice, actually.
Making you dive headfirst into my bosom when you're not accustomed to it.
I mean, practice.
Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sayori,
There's a reason
you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out, or what?
Yeah!
But if you don't take us seriously, even my petite developing body, then you won't see the end of it, or any of it.
Because you're gonna be dead. That's where I was going with that whole thing. It's a threat.
Or maybe she just wanted you to see her end? I don't know. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Hey, you don't want to say it the other way. People will lynch you.
But hentai is art, and it's also good literature. The dialogue is very captivating.
Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga. Monika.
Manga?
Sure.
Hentai is art!
Yeah! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. Resari always gives it his best as long as he's having fun, or if there's temptation of boobies. He helps me with busy work without me even asking, because I'm incapable of taking care of myself.
You're actually gonna learn that's
like cooking and cleaning my room and going down on me for at least 20 minutes. How dependable.
Sorry, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting when I'm over there. Going down on you.
There you go.
And you almost set your house on fire once. Don't ask.
Not sure how these things are related.
Don't ask. They're not related. Just meh.
Is that so? You two really are good friends, aren't you?
I mean, one could say that we're probably more than good.
I might be a little jealous of all of this unbridled sexual tension. How come? You and Resari can become good friends too. Good friends with benefits.
See, that's why Sayori wins, because she's trying to be like, you could get in on this too.
she's like, I don't mind. You can be a part of this.
Sayori.
She knows what she did.
You can't just assume stuff like that just because her name. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me in. weird and arousing.
Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? I just got a weird text message. Hello from Kiwi Juice Bar. Text yes to enroll to our deals alerts. Text no to decline. I don't even know who or why you're bothering me with that Kiwi Juice Club. Feel free to sponsor us, though.
Yeah, I'm okay with that if you want.
Wait, Sayori.
Me? I can't accept presents from, I don't know how to handle the...
Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing.
What is it? Tell me, I want presents.
Never mind.
No, you've captivated me with the idea of a present. Give me.
Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? Make out with him!
And in the meantime, I'm just like ripping through her desk and her bag, like, where's my present?
Give me presents.
Give me the present!
I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking.
I guess that it means it's up to me to rescue this situation.
Yeah, you're just Captain Charming and problem solving.
I can't tell if you were being sarcastic there, and that annoys me. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. I was expecting that you dumb people were just, giving me cupcakes for no reason. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. I thought that you were completely, totally useless. It'll make me happy no matter what, because the bottom of the line for you was me just being neutral. So anything puts me into happy.
Is that so?
I wasn't done talking down to you. Give me a moment. Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be.
It's not a big deal unless you make it a big deal.
Yeah, you're gonna make it a big deal?
Alright. Well, here, since you're done mansplaining, you can have this present.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. A book? I don't want a book. Throws it out the window.
So, I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention. Even if you don't usually read. Just letting...
I feel like I'm being insulted.
Yeah, it's like, just let that hang there for a moment. And we could, hold hands while you read.
I mean...
discuss it, if you wanted.
Before you were an asshole to me, so actually that offer's off the table.
Nah, she gets off to being talked down to.
This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute?
It's no accident.
She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much.
Despite me being an idiot who doesn't read.
Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this book. 50 Shades of... you know what? I think I'm gonna go hit up the anime club.
50 Shades of Girl with a Dragon Tattoo.
I enthusiastically take the book.
And throw it out the window.
See ya!
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monika to kick off scheduled activity for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monika are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the club. Hey, Izar! man. It looks like no one wants to be bothered today.
Why make the new person feel welcome?
I slumped down to the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? Reading is a group activity. I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but meh. Why would I want to do that?
Why would I want to use the present she gave me? Ugh.
But I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep. Hey. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monika.
And so I was like, there's no way it's all gonna fit inside. And sure enough, you just push a little harder and there it is.
And that's how we managed to get the entertainment system in my room to fit on that one full wall.
Yep, that's totally what she was talking about. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about.
Words and sentences and paragraph
An onomatopoeia.
and alliteration.
Just a fun thing to say. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know?
I mean, look at us. There's only one person in this entire club that's reading.
We read Faust in our underwear. What is sophisticated about that? And everyone
That
would want to join.
Be an interesting read in your underwear.
We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Us reading in our underwear. Something that speaks to their creative minds. Like
Yeah, that brings up a good point. There are definitely enough teenagers in the world that would join a club because it was completely made up of girls. This should not have been an issue finding members for this club.
Yeah. What if we had Natsuki and Yuri make out on stage? That doesn't solve the problem, though. Eh? What do you mean?
I mean,
Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever,
like the thing I just came up with.
nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. They can't self-narrate their making out.
I mean, that would just be weird. I mean, Yuri would totally try to do it, but how could she? She would be in the middle of making out with Natsuki.
It's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, giggity, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds.
Do the thing, Sayori!
Sayori, do the thing!
What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this.
Huh. That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? Or us reading in our underwear?
I mean, really, it's just one or the other.
Look at that amazed look on her face, too, at the mention of food.
It's like, my plan is working according to plan.
Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Ah, good thinking.
Yeah, you really just wanted the cupcakes, didn't you?
She did. Natsuki would love to do that. Not that she would admit it, Baka.
And if she doesn't, I'll just throw her out of the club.
You're right. Throwing her out of the club would be easy.
She's small. Not much to throw.
Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Dot dot dot. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry.
I could tell.
Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself.
I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all.
I know that feeling.
Me too. Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things and stuff.
And stuffing things.
I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes.
By taking her eyes.
I will claim her eyes. Ah! I opened my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of the chair.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I wanted to steal your breath.
Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. You're sorry. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club.
There's a napping club? Oh, I'm out of here, guys. See ya. Does our school have a napping club? I say excitedly.
You're staying up late again, aren't you?
Oh, you sleep in late.
Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know.
Take that back.
Quit being a little weeb shit. You'll need to get used to it.
Don't say that so loud. I don't want Natsuki to make fun of me. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monika overheard. I mean, Monika is who I was talking about.
It's true, though.
Yeah. I know. You know what else is true? You're always looking out for me, Sayori. That, see? That was a perfect segue.
Yeah. It's what I do best.
That's a problem.
Is it?
I feel another bout of mansplaining coming on. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you?
Yeah. Not every day.
That's not very convincing. You're not very convincing.
It's only Tuesday.
Shut up! How many days this past week have you gotten up on time?
It's only Tuesday.
I don't want to hear it from you!
It's a secret.
I knew it. Filthy whore!
Come on.
Shut up!
At least give me the benefit of the doubt.
I will do no such thing. I can't even do that. See, I can call this guy. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Throws away a pen.
Eh?
Sayori glances around at herself.
How is it written all over me?
I checked, trust me. You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all over here. All around here, and over there.
Ah!
I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Trying to straighten her out.
With my fist.
With my fist. Man, you really need a brush for that. Yeah, typically you don't just pat hair.
Finger
Place.
or scalp. My hair is just really hard to get right.
I don't want to hear anything from you still. I'm in mansplain mode. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. There's also this ribbon. Look, your bows. You don't want your
Nailed it.
bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste paste stain on your collar right here.
That was air quotes if you guys didn't pick up on it.
I try to wipe off the stain with my finger, at this point feeling that brute force will fix all of my problems.
But nobody would ever notice that.
I noticed it because I made it. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you.
Like I'm doing.
Fortunately, I really don't care about that.
Or your feelings.
What are feelings? They're just something that women have.
Hey, you meanie.
And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Not that I'm complaining about that one. Seriously, Sayori. By the way, I'm just doing a bit, people. Just before you get on. Oh, Resari hates women. Jeez.
Sorry hates women confirmed.
No. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet?
Eh?
It's because I send them all packing.
That's super mean.
Sorry, but you'll thank me later.
As I continue mansplaining.
As I continue to override your life. I started to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, it'll change your mind. Now allow me to change how you look to fit my designs of what a beautiful girl is.
Oh yeah, getting all doki doki. Look at that.
Doki Doki Doki.
Her robot protocols are activating though.
I like the perspective shot.
It is a good angle. This is so funny. I had a dream like this. But it ended much more sexy.
What is?
Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things.
Eh? Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid.
It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Awkward, sexual tension.
Being talked down to by someone kind of gets me off.
I like it when you talk down to me. Don't you?
Sudden realization starting to fill in. I guess.
Hey, be careful. The button might come off.
Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Yeah, I'm sure he's in a real rush to move on from that.
Yeah.
Does this thing even fit you properly?
Yeah.
I told him a size down.
It did when I bought it.
If you ever buttoned it, you would notice sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about?
It means my boobs got bigger again.
Yeah, girls talk like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was clearly a male writer.
Don't say that out loud. Honestly, I wonder if this was written by a guy.
Don't say that out loud in a classroom full of other girls.
As I shout really loudly to try to make you not say something, therefore drawing attention to what is going on over here. Any dang way. You look much better now, so I guess we're gonna have to completely pay the artists to do an entire other set of you with your blazer all buttoned up. Why does it feel so strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that?
But it's so stuffy. Ooh.
Ooh.
Go, Sayori. It's not worth it at all.
Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more, thus meaning we don't have to pay the artists extra.
Phew. That's so much better.
Sayori puts her arms out and twists around.
So, if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right?
What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing?
Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. He'd insist on buttoning my boobies.
And I don't want anybody else to do it but you.
And you take care of me better than anyone else would, anyways.
Why are they not actually a couple?
Because he's dense. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned.
There's dense, and then there's, like,
This
brain
is-
dead catatonic.
This is anime dense, though. You gotta.
This is ridiculous. Like, there's ignoring the signs, and then there's staring at a green light blaring you in the face.
He's basically staring at the sun, so it's kind of.
Good sun today. Stop saying all these embarrassing things.
Eh? I didn't say anything embarrassing.
Gee.
Jeez, it's not like I like you or anything.
Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little early.
Only if you focus on going to bed earlier.
Fine. Fine. It's a deal, I guess.
Yeah. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves.
Yeah, I guess so, huh? I actually feel bad for any children these two might have.
So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning.
Well, maybe you should come put me to bed at night. I know what I said. You're doing it again, Sayori.
Aw, but I was joking that time.
No, you...
Man,
it's impossible to tell.
Okay, everyone.
I'm here to cockblock everybody. Yeah?
Blah, blah, blah.
Monika suddenly calls out, smacking me in the face.
Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Sorry, I can't wait to read yours.
Yeah, same.
I can't wait to read mine either.
We never do. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah. Hastily scribbling down lines. My relaxation and... I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Writing poetry is embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. The internet is a crazy place, and one cannot simply just look up poetry.
I can't wait.
Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems and start dueling with them. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting where I see. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bag. Did we want to read all the poems?
Now, I'll hold them up for a moment and then we can go through it.
Okay.
Looks like the
I do the same myself.
recording's still holding up, so that's good.
Okay. Let's go down the line. So we'll start with Sayori.
Line.
I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first, considering I wrote it for her. She's my good friend, after all.
Dot.
This is the worst fucking poem I've ever read in my goddamn life.
Oh my goodness. This is terrible.
I'm gonna go kill myself.
This is so good, Resari.
Eh?
I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer.
Sayori, I'm not a good writer. You must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. Terrible. Nobody likes me. I have no friends. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either, except for you. That's all that matters.
Jeez. I'm gonna go... I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki. Maybe. Not counting. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Because I wrote it?
Yeah? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Resari poem. And that makes it feel extra special.
Get your extra special Resari poems never. Never.
Like I can feel your feelings in it.
Can you feel it, Resari? Sayori?
Are you feeling it, Mr. Krabs?
Are you feeling it? Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest, making all of us here at Party Wipe Gaming jealous of a sheet of paper. God damn. That's where we're at now.
Yeah, just weird Sayori.
You're so weird, Sayori.
I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact I'm standing right in front of you in the club room. Dummy. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Resari. You're stuck with us for life. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know?
I ate all the cupcakes and I didn't share anybody.
Trying new things like this for other people? That's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the real picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her.
Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay?
Even if it kills you.
So much fun.
Especially if it kills you, actually.
That will be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then.
Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that.
I'll show you who's bad.
It's me, We're not reading the poem.
No, we're not reading.
We read them in the other recordings.
And basically, it's here. You can read.
Yeah.
Narrate for yourself in your own voices, out loud.
We're due a break every video. You understand?
I want breakfast.
I want breakfast. Sayori, I also want breakfast. Let's have breakfast. Oh man, I really want breakfast for dinner, actually.
That's what I did on Sunday.
So good. This is just a guess, but...
No, you can't touch her butt.
But... Did you wait until morning to write this?
No.
I don't believe you.
Just a little bit.
I was correct in not believing. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. I get validation through others.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Losers try their best. Winners go home and fuck the prom queen.
I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice. How should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line. In fact, that was really the only line that really works.
I made eggs and toast.
I know, you were running to school with the piece of toast in you because anime. Even though you were late to school,
it's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. I remember that one time you skipped breakfast. That poor police officer. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monika's the best.
Yeah.
But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever!
Well, I guess I'll look forward.
Natsuki. Dot, dot, dot.
Yeah. Yeah? Question.
Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you.
You know, a boy. That's a little blunt.
No, this is a little blunt. Toke up. 420 blaze. Ugh.
I would have also accepted the joke being she hitting me with something that's heavy.
Well, excuse me, princess. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions.
So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste?
Do you want to get smacked? Right
You're
across
violent.
your penis.
I'll pass.
Damn right you'll pass. Sigh. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Ah, the music. I know you can't hear the music. But
I cannot hear it.
The music shifted to like cutesy little tones as soon as her poem came up. Ah, that's funny. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I hate it.
What?
You heard me. I hate it. Confrontational.
Just
and I
be
don't
honest.
like it. I am! I don't like it! Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well,
Because I don't.
because you're a boy for one. Because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. Like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. Ow, true to life.
A little bit.
So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand. Look, don't assume that I'm agreeing with you on this whole thing. I still don't like your poem.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So, did.
I didn't see it, but sure, I will believe you.
I guess more went into this than I realized. I thought you were just putting 0% effort into it. Nice to know you went 0.2.
That's what it means to be a pro.
Someday you might actually hit 0.
I'm glad you learned something.
Don't talk down to me.
Let me lol explain it to you. I didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? She just keeps saying she's the youngest. She's like 3 years older than us.
I have to say that, otherwise I'm legally obligated to being thrown out of the school on account of the fact that I'm 30. Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with pretty much this entire conversation. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her.
You should take it away from her.
Yet. It'll be funnier if I do it when it's more public.
Alright, recording's still holding.
It better.
Dot dot dot.
This is the worst goddamn poem I've ever read in my life.
Dot dot dot. Yuri
stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading.
Oh. Sorry. This was such garbage I needed to escape into a made-up reality where it wasn't bad.
I call it Yuri Land. It's not what it sounds like.
I forgot to start speaking. I was criticizing every wrong thing in my mind, and the words just weren't coming.
It's fine. Don't force yourself.
I'm not.
Good. I'm glad you're not.
I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on.
I'm about to literature explain to you.
Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right?
Yuri explain? I don't know.
I can tell because you misspelled poem.
You mean it's not spelled P-E-E-M? Herm. Yeah. Why do you ask?
I'm just making sure, as I look down on you condescendingly because you can't write poems.
I'm Yuri the Turtle.
I guess that it might be after traveling. What? I guess that it might be after reading through it.
Ah, so it's that bad.
Yes. No.
I mean, yes, but no.
Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry.
Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying?
Right. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes.
And she's Yuri-splaining.
Yuri's. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. You're just a stupid idiot who doesn't know any better.
It's something that society can be blamed for.
There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part.
I just took 20 words and slapped them together.
It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though.
No kidding. Biased? How? I say with about as much sarcasm that I could punch a hole through a rocket ship.
Well...
I know how she can be biased.
Never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. Sorry.
Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki, or the floor, or the ceiling, or the wall. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Oh, please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for... Which in itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club?
Everybody reading time. Boom, 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 boom.
Bum, bum, bum.
And if it takes too long, just feel free to pause and scroll back to where the poem is, because, yeah. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting.
What?
Nani?
I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
Okay, well, the last poem I read was like 5 lines, so give me a second, alright? Well, I just don't read script very often. Actually, I think your handwriting is pretty...
Like the rest of you. Your purple
like,
hair,
you know,
your
pretty much all.
eyes, your huge tracts of land.
Or the way that you hold your wrist like that, it looks a little uncomfortable actually, but...
It's just kind of... It's an anxiety twitch, I think.
Could be.
It's one of those things where you just kind of keep your hands out in front of you. I do it a lot. I've noticed since watching this game. It's like, oh shit, I do it too.
Yeah.
That's a relief. I forget what it is specifically. I'll look it up afterwards.
Okay. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. Again, I would like to point out the poem we read previous to this was literally 6 lines.
Yeah. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. You know, Iliad length. Daily.
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
I'm really glad you liked it. Notice how I'm sticking
Not
my
at-
chest out.
Not at all.
I'll be honest.
Not at all.
Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Wait, we have to eat these afterwards? Ugh. Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Hoo-hoo. Actually, this story isn't about a ghost at all, Resari.
Really? No, it's about a dumb fuck who went to a literature club. I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all.
Weren't you yelling at me saying I took a long time to read it?
Yeah. But remember that poets will often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences into their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost.
Metaphorically.
Lingering
A metaphorical.
a metaphorical. No.
Metaphorical.
You know what? Stop it. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past or the people she killed, and soon to be left with nothing. And
That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that.
you sound so enthusiastic.
That's so impressive.
It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I'm sure we'll totally see it the first time I ever write a poem. Or we see a poem. I don't think we ever see a poem that player writes.
No, we won't see our poems.
I guess I'll have to keep trying.
I'm counting on you. Monika.
Last choice.
Hi, Resari.
Hi, Monika.
Having a good time so far?
Sure. Well, yeah. Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything,
I am?
if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like activities or things we can do better, like naked reading time,
Naked reading time.
I'm always listening.
Do naked reading time.
I'm always listening, Resari.
Do naked reading time.
I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Naked reading time. Can you not hear me? I don't think she can hear me.
Naked reading time.
All right, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. Naked reading. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
Sure. It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. I signed my soul over to this club.
Don't worry, Resari.
I'll keep good care of your soul.
We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's... I hand Monika my poem.
I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like.
I didn't write it for her. What are you talking about? Is that so?
You and Sayori are really good friends, right?
Did you not see what we were up to earlier?
I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common. Or that you had a crush on each other.
Ah, well, you know. It's just... Yeah. We may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different.
Well, that may be the case. But maybe there's also some similarities that you wouldn't expect.
You're both completely useless.
The way she talks about you. It sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem.
You sure you're not reading into it too much?
Never.
I don't read at all.
I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too?
Yeah, that's totally unexpected. It's really not.
No. It's all that bittersweet. Well...
People go to sad movies so that they can experience a sad emotion in a controlled manner.
Yeah.
It's the same with scary movies. It's fun being scared as long as your life isn't actually in danger.
The control behind it is what makes it nice. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. Try each girl. See which one is the right fit. Giggity.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This really isn't that kind of literature. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot.
Whoop. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. Watching you try it.
I have cameras installed all over the classroom.
That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kind of styles. But I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way anyone else wants you to write.
Write the way that I want you to write.
Yeah, that's most of those classes. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything, even though you do.
It's a dating sim. You have to date one of them. Ah ha 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 ha.
Anyway, do you want to read my poem now?
Do I have a choice?
Nope. But don't worry.
Alrighty then.
I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's 'cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see.
Well,
let's read it then.
Hole in the wall.
Hole in the wall. Somebody has a stalker. They're peeping in on her.
Who can it be now? Do. Alright. So, what do you think?
Think you need to spackle that hole up and then call the cops.
Eh.
Very freeform. That's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day.
Write better, stupid.
Yeah, don't fail at poems. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll get a big dark puddle. So just move your hand and go with the flow. And that's my advice of the day.
I'm super interested.
Thanks for listening.
Oh,
Oops, clicked out of that.
phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing.
I mean, Sayori wasn't judging you.
Yeah, Sayori and Monika were both really into it. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. Especially that dumb one about the animal. This is a literature club after all. That means they're all experts. I saw. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems.
Oh boy, here we go.
As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
Oh, what's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up.
It's art.
How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
I'm pink-haired mega bitch.
Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. Humph. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Resari liked it.
Don't bring me into this.
They're my new best friend.
No, I don't want to be involved in this.
Sayori liked it. And Resari did too, even though I just said that.
I don't want to be involved.
So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own.
It's time to Natsuki explain.
First of all... Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon. Unless, of course, I come across... Okay.
You go. I'll be right back.
Alright, sure. Unless I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Resari liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what I...
I'm back.
You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Resari appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
I'm gonna go away this station.
And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Snap.
Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Resari started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little...
Impossible?
This doesn't involve you.
Die!
I don't like fighting, guys.
Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing.
Resari. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that... If she could just get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective. Sorry, I kind of zoned there.
Nah, it's cool. We've been recording for a while.
Almost 2 hours. So... then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Resari. Wait.
No.
There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Resari? Who are you gonna pick? Who are you gonna pick? Who are you gonna pick? Well...
No! How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course that's gonna be help me, Sayori. Natsuki glares at, trying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri.
Dot dot dot.
But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Dot dot dot. Sayori!
Yeah?
Yeah! Everyone's fighting, it's making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this?
Resari?
Quiet, I'm using you to get out of my own problem.
Well, that's not her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings onto our conflict. Even
But don't ask me!
Just asked you to do it.
Don't ask me to do it.
Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up bitch she's being. She would never.
Because that's not what was written.
It's in the context. It's your immaturity. Oh, burp. It's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me.
I'll kill you!
Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why. Exactly why nobody likes. Stop.
In the name of love.
Line. Natsuki, Yuri. You guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people. Yeah, that's the word.
Sure.
And I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they have so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head.
Yeah, we might want to consider wrapping it up soon. I
Yeah,
think we might have been reading too long.
Yeah, we're wrapping this up because I am fading. Whoosh.
I'm with you on that.
Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because. Well. Also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big, squishy, and beautiful.
Trust me, I check every day.
Big and beautiful. Dot dot dot. My boobs are beautiful too.
You know,
Dot dot dot.
when you get a microscope to see them. Yeah, I went there.
Welcome to
Sayori.
Raisins.
Ugh. Sayori stands triumphantly. I claim solo XPs. Monika stands behind her with a bewildered expression.
I'll make some tea.
Yuri runs off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing.
Staring at the cute nothingness of her existence.
So this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monika. She nods in return. I too have opinions.
To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, and I can organize things. But I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me.
Ha ha ha. Nah. It's not like I can blame you.
I mean,
I didn't want to interject either. I wasn't able to say anything either. See?
Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she?
I hope so.
Like that thing she does with her tongue.
Yeah, you know, that thing.
You can say that.
You could say that. It's
Perfect.
talking.
Perfect
Talking's
timing.
what we're talking about. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. It's almost like she's a person and can think and learn and know how to react to social situations.
You know, wink, wink. I see.
Why did you wink at me like that? That was very weird.
Take good care of her, okay?
That's the plan.
I would hate to see her get herself hurt.
That makes two of us? Why did you even bring it up? You can count on me. Monika smiles sweetly at me and causing my stomach to knot. And my brain to question why she's not a path. Such a genuine person really does make a good present, regardless of what she's. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little
If only.
intimately.
Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave.
If I remember right, we can't save during the poem rating
We can't.
part.
How did you all feel about sharing poems?
Well, an argument broke out.
It was a lot of fun.
I love the part where they yelled at each other.
Well, I'd say it was worth it.
Sure.
It was alright. Well, mostly. Resari, how about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same. As what? There were 3 people. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
The fighting, that is.
I like the fighting.
Awesome.
I like the fighting too.
In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends too. So your poem will turn out even better. ...
Hack. I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes, so I'm going to use that information in order to date them. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job at impressing those who I want to impress. Wow. I nod to myself with newfound determination.
Resari! Ready to walk home?
Yeah. Sure, let's go.
Alright, let's see here. We'll write that. Well, that one's saved during it,
That's good.
but make sure that's there. Sure, let's go. That was you.
Yep. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I spent much time together. Truly, truly outrageous. I can't say I'm not enjoying it. Sayori. About what happened earlier.
Yeah? Well, what do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people.
Wonderful people can still fight, Sam.
Not today. You don't hate them, do you?
That seems like a bit of a jump.
Yeah.
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you.
Phew. You know, Resari, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. No, didn't pick that vibe up.
Yeah, I didn't get that one. Natsuki definitely doesn't like us. That's...
Every day is going to be so much fun.
Sigh. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but... I'm looking for more. Does it really need to stop there?
In bed.
We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I'd say that more to herself. More to myself than her. But it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do this.
In bed.
In bed.
Oops. Okay. Oh yeah, here we go. We can save. Great.
Oh, good. Awesome.
Alrighty. We're at the 2-hour mark, and we're both getting really tired from reading that. So,
Tongue-tied.
yeah, tongue-tied especially. Alright, so we got through the first batch of poems, and we got to see a nice little scrape. Thank you all for watching. We definitely haven't hit the weird stuff yet, unless you know what you're looking for.
Definitely not.
Unless you know what you're looking for, like I do. Mwahaha.
Oh.
Sorry. Sorry hasn't noticed any of the weird stuff yet. But being on the Sayori path, I really don't know where it's going from there. I know something that happens if we had gone after Yuri or Natsuki, but this will be interesting. I'm curious to see what'll happen next. So if you guys liked it, be sure to like and comment down below. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button that'll be appearing on the screen, and check out some other videos that'll be on the left side as well. I have been Rindis, and Resari was here with me and will be for other games hopefully in the future.
Bye, Internet.
Bye everyone. Bye.